Scott, I think it would be a good time to bring in our guest for the show today. Longtime friend and former intern for Cable 10 here, Evan Hatter, is hanging out on our studio. He's here today. He's not wearing his Cable 10 hat, but he's wearing his State Libraries and Archives hat. And good morning. Thanks for being on your first time on Around 10.
Well, good morning, Zach and Scott. Thank you very much for having me on this morning.
And we were double checking the time and the year, but you were I knew you were here before we started Around 10. But what year? It was like 2016. Is that right?
2016 and 17.
Awesome. Yep. And we enjoyed having you around. We were at a different building back then, but we enjoyed having you around.
You all talked before the show was going about, so when did you graduate? And I was expecting to hear like last year, and it was like 2020. It's like, no,
it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, and
I'm actually just here to make you feel old.
Yeah, you were here almost 10 years ago. It's not. That does
See,
not
that just
seem
hit
right.
me. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, it does not feel like it's been 10 years. But you are here wearing, like you said, your State Libraries and Archives hat. Let's talk about that a little bit. I think there's an open house coming up. Is that right?
October the 10th.
Okay.
1 to 4 p.m. at our building up there on the hill at 300 Coffee Tree Road.
Right. Okay. And that's off of, folks who don't know, that's off the East-West Connector. Is that right? Okay. What can people expect at the open house?
So where I'm part of the Kentucky Talking Book Library, and what we do generally is we are the accessible library for the entire state, mostly through service through the mail, but also a couple of walk-ins every now and again. But we are there for anyone with a visual, physical, or a reading disability, anyone who qualifies for our service, and that can be any range of conditions. You don't have to be blind. People think, oh, you have to be blind in order to have the service, and that's not the case. Macular degeneration is one of our big conditions, as well as anyone with a physical issue. They can't turn the pages of the book, or they can't. They may even have a print allergy, something like that, or even dyslexia. That's one of our big focuses right now is folks with dyslexia. They're eligible as well, and so. At our open house on the 10th, our plan is we have one of our help stations. We have not only service through the mail, which comes on little cartridges and a player that we provide, and it's all free, but we also have our Braille and audio reading download service from the National Library Service, which is we're a network library of them through the Library of Congress. And so what we'll be doing there is we have our BARD help desk. It's also known as BARD, and that's when folks will be able to, if they're having issues with downloading or anything like that, they can come in, they can get the help that they need from our librarians. They can also sign up for the service. That's one of the things, because librarians are a qualified certifier for our application, and so those folks can, if they do so need the service, they can come up and sign up.
Wow! But so at the open house, you all will walk people through how they can get signed up and make sure they have the proper credentials. And,
right.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. You mentioned libraries. You all have a virtual library that we want to hit on.
That is one of the things
with
KTBL is it's called the Braille and Audio Reading Download.
Yes.
And so a lot of the books that are available, either National records them, or they can sometimes get them from the audiobook publishers themselves, or if it's Kentucky books, we can record them in our studio. We have 2 booths where we can record books locally. In fact, we like to have authors come in and record their books. Last October, I think we had Frank X. Walker come in and record his poetry collection, Affrilacha. Current poet laureate Kathleen Driscoll came in, recorded one of her poetry collections. So, and we have volunteers who come in every week to record local Kentucky books so that they're available, not just to folks here in Kentucky, but anyone throughout the country who has the service.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, is it, we talk so much about Paul Sawyer Public Library around here. There's no beef, is there?
No.
There's no library beef.
No, we love to work with all of our library partners here in Frankfort and throughout the state.
That's good.
Because we've been reaching out to them because they are certifiers, and if they have folks who are maybe they use their large print collection and it's not completely available to them, or they've used up that entire collection, the large print or their physical audiobook collection, they can come to us, and we have more books than a public library could provide, and it's all available either virtually, through the mail, and it's all for free.
I love that.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Evan, when you were interning with us, we knew you were in, or you had just finished school, right? At or you were in school currently at Western, and you're a graduate from Western Hills here in Frankfurt. But we know you're into meteorology, right? What was it that kind of brought you, not maybe away from meteorology, but what was interesting to you about getting into working for the state library? What was appealing?
It's the public service aspect. It's being able to go to work every day and knowing you're helping people. And you do some of that in the weather and the TV weather business, but especially working with the state library and the fantastic people that I work with. We're all trying to accomplish the same goal, right? We're trying to, our motto is that all may read. And that is really our goal at the Talking Book Library, and then the agency as a whole, the Department of Libraries and Archives, is uniting people and information. And that just, something spoke to me about that. And I really enjoy what I do, and maybe not completely out of the weather, but I do a lot of the stuff I do is very fulfilling.
Well, what everybody watching can identify immediately is that you've got broadcasts in your blood. There's no question about that. And just someday, somehow, I just feel like radio's out there just calling to you. I don't know how it's going to happen, but you're too good on the mic not to, for some way, somehow, be here every day.
And you all do great work at state libraries. And I love just hearing what you say about breaking. It sounds like just breaking down barriers, right? And we want as many people to read as humanly possible, and making it as accessible as humanly possible for everybody. So appreciate the good work you're doing.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. Before you leave, though, I do want to pick your brain about a couple things.
Sure.
Can we talk question of the day real quick? Are you a fall guy?
I am.
Okay. Do you have a favorite sort of tradition or activity in the fall?
Noon on Saturdays. Fire up the TVs.
Yes,
fire up
Speak on it.
as much
Speak
as
on
I
it.
physically can. Football.
Yeah.
Yes.
So much football.
Yeah.
And like Zach said, when you walk out in the morning and you get that crisp air, the humidity's gone, and it's just like, and it feels like football. It's just it all goes together. Yeah.
Walk outside with that mug of coffee on the back porch.
Yes. And you can see it.
See the steam.
Yes.
You smell the fireplace. It's not your fireplace. It's always somebody down the road's fireplace, but it's
gonna be a good day.
fall is here.
And it feels like I might be able to wear a t-shirt today.
Yeah.
I might be able to wear a sweatshirt today.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't, like, it. Either of those possibilities are an option, and I love that.
Morning hoodie and shorts weather.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Layers. It's all about layers.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you are a Reds guy.
Yes.
I do know that, and I remember that about you. How do you feel about the current Reds run? They had a pretty bad August, and then the last week or so has been really good.
Well, they had that stretch where they were on the West Coast, and I try to go to bed early.
Oh, yeah, those games are first
they're
pitch, 10
first
p.m.
pitches, and so I've given up on them about 35 times since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
But you were talking about, they're in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
Somehow. I never thought I would turn off a Burrow-era Bengals game to turn on the Reds in September, but yesterday was the day.
Yesterday was the day to not watch the Bengals at all.
As we expected last week when Joe went down, and we talked about it a little bit.
They got that win. They got that win last week, but yesterday was not so good. The worst loss in franchise history, actually.
Somehow.
Yeah, it was a little surprising. I'm like, how have they not lost by more than 38?
Because there's been some bad
some of the bad
times,
years. Yeah,
even Achilles Smith didn't lose by 38 points.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So how are you feeling about the Reds' chances?
You know, they tend to play well against teams you think they shouldn't play well against, and then they seem to just lay an egg against the teams that you'd think. So they got Pittsburgh this week, and then this weekend the season finale against Milwaukee, who's had their number for the last several years.
Who are the best team in the Central right now. Yeah.
They actually, I think, clinched the division yesterday.
That's right.
So and then the Mets, I forget who the Mets have, but
the Mets are continuing to just tank. It seems like. I think they do have the Cubs for at least one of their last
they do
series.
play the Cubs. Yes.
So honestly, being at the game, I know as you can attest, being at the game yesterday, it was just nice to go to a Reds game in September with something on the line.
Yeah,
you know, that's very rare for the Reds.
And a 1-0 win.
Yeah, 1-0 win. Not a lot of offense, but They got it done.
Yep.
Evan, so glad to have you here and
be
hanging
here.
out with us. Your first time, hopefully first of many appearances
Yes. Yep.
on Around 10.
Good to see you out there thriving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to see everything you've built here with Around 10. I tune in every week at least. So
Yeah. Thanks so much. We appreciate that.
All right. Well, Evan loves the weather, so maybe we should check in and backstage. He can give some critiques, and he can let us know what he thinks. But we'll check in with the ABC 36 Storm team and see what Ashley Cade says we're going to have this week.